Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Walk MD. I'm Dr. Brian Kendall.
And I'm Dr. Brittany Bankhead.
And this is your cure for boring conversation.
Yep.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, who are you drinking today?
Who?
Who, what, when?
I am drinking out of a Sitka Alaska mug.
Ooh, yeah, nice choice.
If you have ever seen the proposal, by hearing that you'll want to say Sitka, Alaska.
That was a beautiful trip.
It was.
Yeah.
It's also a great movie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm drinking from Park City, one of my favorite places.
That's why I got it out for you.
I know, thank you. It is very, very nice. If you haven't skied Park City, 100% recommend.
Well,
it is great.
Yeah, and it's not only beautiful and great, it checks a lot of boxes. So on a lot of these like mom travel groups, which is how I found out about Park City. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah, you're the one who
So everyone's always asking for all these check boxes of like, is it easy to get to like fly into, and is it not exorbitant cost? Like skiing's expensive, but like not over the moon expensive. Mm-hmm. And are there ski lessons for kids?
Yeah.
Is there a nice bougie place to go shop and have dinner, but do you also not have to like keep up with the Joneses while you're there? And are there things to do other than skiing if I don't like to ski? And Park City gets our ultimate shout out, and why we keep going back. We're not keep going back to the same place kind of people.
Yeah, we're not.
Although as we get older, maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Park City has been that place for us.
You
fly
like
in.
Our 5th or 6th year going back.
Yeah, you fly into Salt Lake City. It's a super easy drive. Importantly, it is not a difficult drive.
Yes.
That was a really big issue we had in Colorado, was that to drive to some of these places was hours and hours and hours, and if it had just snowed, you were screwed.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So, highly recommend Park City.
And
they're
Park
not
City's
paying us to say that, but we truly do recommend it.
They're on the Epic Pass, if you're aware of that. It's like discounted lift tickets, and you can buy them well in advance, and it's so easy and nice. And then you could literally ski that mountain for an entire week and never see the same run twice.
Yeah.
It is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on to our coffee walk. Remember, our whole goal with this podcast is to inspire your conversations at home. We want to make sure that you're having more than just the usual, how was your day? Fine, how was your day? So these are the topics that we take on our coffee walks and what inspires us in our marriage and our life to keep things fresh. So today's topics are...
well, not our topics, but like what we're going to be getting into,
maybe on this coffee walk.
So we're going to talk about what is on your mind, current events, like world current events.
Any kind of current events.
Yeah. Event sesh, behind the curtain, and then you'll be done.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Not too painful.
No, not bad at all. Okay, what's on your mind?
No, what's on your mind first?
Mind?
We're just going to start it off with a bang, because I know it's coming.
You know it's coming.
Yeah.
So, I recently had a colonoscopy.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. It's that time of year, not that time of year. It's that time of life where... You lose your privacy.
Dignity?
Your dignity. It just starts... We're on
all
the
out
downhill
the window.
now. Yeah. Not in diapers yet, but I'm sure they're coming back at some point in my
boy.
life. Yeah. So anyway, I had the colonoscopy. It was sucky to prep for. I'm not going to lie. That was the worst part. But I highly encourage everybody out there to talk to your doctor when the time is right to make sure that you're getting the colonoscopy. Prep well for it.
We're going to have a whole episode on this.
We are.
We're going to do a whole entire episode on it because... We're going to debunk some myths. We're going to give you some tips and tricks. And
that's right.
So stay tuned for that.
That'll be a good episode, honestly.
Yeah.
The good news is I don't remember a thing.
Yeah, well, I do.
Yeah. So.
I mean, not that I was there watching.
No,
but,
I hope not. That would be creepy.
But I can only imagine.
Yes. It was, I don't remember anything. I remember going in and then... coming out, and I guess that's what
she said.
GI docs did too.
Anyway.
All right. What's on your mind?
Yeah, and I'll give some more insider info on Brian's colonoscopy whenever we do our
You're gonna want
colonoscopy
to listen to that episode. Everything will be revealed.
A little doozy.
Yeah.
Do you spell doozy Z-I-E or Z-Y?
Well, it's never been in the New York Times crossword, so I don't know. What was in the crossword? There was ditties. Ditties was in the crossword puzzle.
Ditties?
Ditties, yeah. Like a tune, like a short tune. That was the clue. Short tune, and it's a ditty, and that's a D-I-T-T-I-E-S. Ditties. Very interesting.
That sounds like a bad word.
That's what the New York Times crossword puzzle does. They push boundaries.
This is you push my boundaries.
I know I do. That's why I was put on this earth.
That's why there's a little bit of space between us today, physically.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll get to that.
Okay, so what's on my mind? But you were asking
something about doozy. I spell it D-O-O-Z-I-E.
See,
how I would spell doozy.
I think I would spell it with a Y.
That'd be wrong.
Okay. And there we go. With that, what's on my mind, you ask?
Yeah.
My job is hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like, everybody has hard parts of their jobs, right? Every single person on this earth. But, I would like to think I might just give myself a little credit for the fact that my job is really hard sometimes. And this week was one of those weeks where my job, which if you're just tuning in, I am an academic trauma surgeon full time. And by doing that job, that means that I am in charge of traumas as well as any emergency general surgery, as well as any surgical ICU patient on a given night. And the weight of that really just came tumbling down on me this week. And it was kind of one of those perfect storms that tend to happen in your life, right? Like everything happens at once. And just, the weight of realizing, I don't know, it kind of freaks me. Do you ever do that thing where you like balloon out of your world, where you're like, it like freaks you out that you're one person, like one human being among like billions in this like giant galaxy, and just for a moment in time, and you're just a blip in the universe. I don't know. Sometimes totally. I'll have these like existential moments, and it was kind of like that, where I was like, I am the only awake, available, qualified, experienced trauma surgeon for hundreds of miles across this state right now at this very moment. Like, I'm the only person who has those credentials and those abilities, and right now, like, everything depends on those qualities of mine.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's lots of different outcomes that come from that, and anyway, it was a lot. And then you compound like those other hats that an academic trauma surgeon wears at the same time. It's not even like it's just that trauma surgeon part of me. Like, okay, then also at the same time, I have another patient who needs emergency surgery for another type of thing that is very rare. And like, turns out, you got to walk straight into the operating room after you've just got done with blood on your shoes and blood on your hands.
Yeah.
And then you got to run to the ICU and manage something there that's also very difficult and very complex. And it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. And I really pride myself on being able to do a lot of different things at once. That's part of the role. That's part of the gig. Let's be honest. That's why I tell my residents, that's why they pay me the big bucks. 'Cause I'm able to do that, like not many people can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that many big bucks compared to private practice, but that's for another day. But I love my job. I love what I do. I get paid to do that, and I have the qualifications for it. I have the experience for it, but it was just a lot this week. And I just yesterday allowed myself to feel the a lot part, and gave myself permission to back away from everything else and let my mind go blank, because I just needed it.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize about your job especially, is that, you come into a room to see a patient and been sitting around doing nothing. And in fact, you have probably just had your hands on somebody's heart, or you've had your hands on somebody's intestines stopping a bleed, or you've literally just come out of saving somebody's life, and now they're expecting your full attention and your full.
Or I just had a very difficult conversation with a family. Yeah. Or I was in the ICU trying to teach the next generation of physicians how to do this well, but also being kind to those around us who are being mean. Like, it just, yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
A lot of expectation, which is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's been on my mind. Okay. On that note.
Current events.
By the way, my outfit and my mug match, and that was not on accident.
Oh, well,
do
nice
you see
job.
that?
I do see it. For those
podcast, listening, we've got some beige muted vibes, but all different shades of beige and natural muted. Which, by the way,
ombre.
It's not really.
Oh,
ombre.
That's not ombre.
No, it's just shades of.
I was trying to
no.
Put my knowledge.
You were trying.
Out there.
No. However, I will say, and my watch gives a little hint of this. My watch is this cute baby pink, which I love. But lately, I know you don't really care, but lately, as I get older, I'm like, do I love wearing hot pink, or do I want to be like a muted girl? This is a big thing going on in my mind right now. We just got done talking about how I operate and do very complex things with my mind, but this also goes through my mind, which is, now that I'm 39 and pushing 40, do I want to be wearing crazy colors? Because I'm not gonna lie, on Instagram I'm attracted to the outfits that are muted and black, white, beige, grays.
That sounds like my closet.
I know.
Yeah.
Am I going there? I don't know. I just bought a pink sweater from American Eagle, actually. Yeah. Of all places.
And you asked me, you're like, is
it too much? I don't know.
I still like you in pink.
I know you do. But
you have to like what you're wearing.
I know. And I don't know if it reads a little too, as my mom would say, bebopper. My mom would always say, I feel like I like bebopper.
Bebopper.
I don't know. I would love some thoughts from
the audience.
From the audience.
Okay. We'll take a poll.
Yeah. Do I move towards muted and beiges and whites and blacks and neutrals, or do I stay crazy? I probably need a style editor for my closet to help me get there.
That would be great.
That would be lovely.
Yeah. I would like that too. You're basically my style editor.
I know. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I'm a lot of work. All right, current events corner.
Current events.
Have you heard about the interstellar comet 31 Atlas? Have you heard about this?
I have to say, I surprisingly have not.
Oh, what? I've literally talked to you about it, I thought.
No,
okay.
I tuned that crap
out.
right out.
Yeah, well, there you go. So yes, this is becoming a very the astronomical.
My ability to focus is
the astronomical event of the decade, century. I don't know. It's very big.
Hold on.
What?
Pause. I feel like every astronomical event is the event of the decade.
It is.
I'm tired of hearing that.
Well, because they're all amazing.
No, but every time we talk about a comet or a meteor, I almost said a metaphor, a meteor, this broken rock over in galaxy 824, it's all the happenings of the decade.
Because it's all a surprise.
You need to choose one astronomical event of the decade, and that's it. You get one.
I don't choose. I'm the astronomers choose.
You're part of it.
I am part of it. That's very true. But this thing is interstellar. Do you know what that means?
Brian,
it means
there's a movie called Interstellar.
It means it came from really far away. We have never seen this thing before, and it's been doing some weird things. Its velocity has been doing weird things. It's got some weird jets coming off of it. And so the question is this some sort of alien spacecraft? And the jury is out. And there's a guy at Harvard where you trained.
We're going to get some weird
That's okay.
weird
Hey,
followers.
We're here for all of it. I'm here for all the followers. Everybody needs to have good conversation. But there's a dude from Harvard who's like basically saying, listen, it's not a 0 chance that this thing is an alien. Now, he's being real about it and saying, I mean, it's less than a 1% chance. But it's not 0.
But you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. Name the movie. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
It starts with a D, and then the second word starts with a D, and there's an
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, nice. Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
So it is, it's very interesting. So December, the beginning week of December.
Also starts with a D and ends with
starts with a D with an that is when it's going to be closest to the Earth, and they're going to get some much better measurements of it. And then it's going to go by one of the probes that we have out there. Okay, keep your eyes open, and they're going to get some measurements and stuff. So there's more to come here.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
can't wait.
So be on the lookout.
On the edge of
I've
my
now
seat.
Primed your brains for it, so now you're going to start seeing news about it everywhere.
Can't wait.
All right, tell me. What's
can't
your
wait.
current event? Can't wait for this one.
BravoCon.
Oh, gosh. All right. I'm going to check out here for a minute. You go.
Here's the sad part. I don't have much to say about it because I haven't actually watched anything from it.
From
I just know it's a current event.
What is Bravo? So I don't even know what BravoCon is. Is it like a Comic-Con, where like a convention where people dress up
it's
like
a con.
Bravo people?
It's a no.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe I should go someday. Maybe I should make it a work trip.
Ooh,
yeah.
Always good.
No, so Bravo TV, all the reality trashy TV that I
Yes.
watch while I'm post-call.
Yes.
And not post-call.
Yeah.
It's just like all of those shows, the best of the best people come to that. The most interesting of the interesting come to that. And then they put them on stage in like panels, or they do little like segments and stuff, and you can go around
So
and
it's
you
live.
can meet them. And yeah.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
kind of like, I don't know anything about Comic-Con, but I think it's kind of like that but for Bravo people. And yeah, I think like, I mean, I was like watching, especially the Southern Charm things, and
That's on
apparently, apparently Shep said something not nice about Craig while like out at night at BravoCon, and then like Craig got wind of it, and he's like, that's not very nice. But here's my thing. How weird must it be to live your life on reality TV? And how much of it is actual reality?
0 is actual reality.
I don't think that's true. I think there's some truth to it.
I think the producers are like, hey, you should say a shady comment about Shep tonight, and then we're going to tell him that you said that, and then it'll get us new drama so that everybody's talking about Southern Charmed being on Bravo again. Who would you want to meet at BravoCon?
Comic-Con. Who
would
do I want to meet?
Yeah, you can only meet one person.
I have a secret girl crush / adoration of Madison from Southern Charm.
Oh, Southern Charm, Madison.
Yeah. And she lives in Charleston.
Yeah,
It's possible.
Could meet her. Okay.
I've thought about going to her hair salon just so like I could
in
meet
case.
her. Yeah. She's just so real and so IDGAF. And very beautiful, and like is who she is, and I really respect and admire that about her.
We have lots of listeners in Charleston. Maybe Madison is one.
Lots is a stretch.
Yeah.
There's
Madison,
like 4.
Madison, if you're listening, Brittany would like to meet you. All right.
Okay.
Time for the real main event here.
Okay, you're gonna have
The
to move it
Vent
along.
Sesh.
We're at 18 minutes.
We're at 18. There's plenty of time.
Yeah.
Vent Sesh
Vent
arguments.
Sesh. Okay.
So, we just got through, 3-day argument?
I think it was a 3-dayer.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to argue in front of your kids? Because I'll tell you this, it stresses them out.
It
I've
does.
always heard that you are supposed to, you shouldn't hide arguments from your kids. You shouldn't involve your kids in it, but they should be able to see your arguments.
I have a very good response to this, actually.
Okay, what
Because
is
I've been
that?
thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think you are supposed to argue in front of your kids for the exact same reason I tell them about my difficulties at work. Because I don't want them to go through life thinking that no arguments and no hard days at work is normal.
Yeah.
I want them to see that. However, where I think we've not done it right in the past is that we we fix our problems and we work through it, usually in private.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually the other side of that, the actually getting over it part, is done in the quiet of the evening after they're in bed, or in the morning before they wake up, and like that I think is where we've missed the mark.
Yeah.
Because that's as important to see as the resolving.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. So fight in front of your kids, but make up in front of your kids as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. All right.
Yeah. Mine is emotional hangovers. I think it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I like after our argument overlapping with this difficult day at work, overlapping with some tough things going on in life, all of that gave me an actual emotional hangover this morning where I just was like, I feel like my eyes were even puffy and I was just drained, and I think it's a real thing. Oh,
it definitely is. And I think they probably just coined a term, because I've never heard the term emotional hangover before, but it definitely exists. Because I was kind of right there with you. Like I was like, I am kind of dead to the world right now. Like it's been a lot, and I don't want to do anything.
Will Taco Bell and some Tylenol cure that?
Oh, that just made me want rosas. I don't want anything to do with Taco Bell, but man, like a 3 Taco Tuesday, like
what a wild ride
so
this
good.
Podcast is.
It is a wild ride.
Okay,
all right.
Behind the curtain. Let's hear it.
I'll tell you what.
Well, what's behind the curtain again?
Behind the curtain is where you're supposed to talk about things in your life with your loved one or your significant other or whoever you're talking to that you don't always talk about, the stuff that happens at your job that you want them to know about.
And it's really important, like this, of all the things you talk about, this one's the one that's the most important, I think, to like stop and really tune in. It's the one that you do a lot whenever you're dating, and that you're so interested in, like, wait, you're an accountant? Wait, you're a physician? Tell me everything. I'm so interested. And that kind of goes away over time. So this is the part where you, like, you go back to those, like, dating times and those, like, early interest times. And I don't know, it's just a mindset of getting back into that, like, really listening and trying to understand.
And it's on the person who's talking, too, because a lot of times it's just your same mundane thing.
Yeah, and you skip over a lot.
You skip over a lot. So you got to pick something. It's like pick something out of your day that happened. And for me, right now, it's just how busy the emergency department is. In my mind, I walk in thinking, okay, we're in a week of no school.
Yeah.
Everybody should be home, happy, holidays, like everybody's spending time with family and whatever else. Like the ER should be dead. I should see nobody. No. It is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It is constant.
Hopping.
Like I'm saying, I go see one patient, I come back, I don't have just one more patient to see. I've got 3 more patients that I've got to go see.
Yeah.
And everybody is sick. Everybody is wanting, and then everybody is emotionally heightened too, because they're worried that they're not going to be able to make their Thanksgiving trip to go see their family, and so and then you're giving them answers that they don't want to hear, or telling them, oh, it's just a virus, it doesn't need antibiotics, and they're like, what do you mean it's just, so you're dealing with this constantly, and you're having the same discussions and trying to have the same shared decision-making conversation over and over and over and over again. And it's just a lot. It wears you out.
Yeah.
So, just be kind to the emergency staff who is working in the hospital during the holidays. It is a tough time for us all. We are trying to provide great care for everybody, but understand that it's just going to be really busy. That's what's going on at my job right now.
And if you're having to wait, that's a good thing.
Waiting is a good thing. It's a fantastic thing. It means that you are not as sick as a lot of the people that are back there in rooms. And it's why I, on my TikTok and my Instagram and all of that, really, my mission is to help educate people on what needs the ER and maybe what doesn't, and what you can go to an urgent care for or a telehealth for, or what you can do at home, so that's my goal in life, is to help people avoid that frustration, because I hate that. That's the one thing that I hate about my job, is that so many people end up being frustrated. Mm-hmm. They're frustrated about the wait time. They're frustrated about the bill. They're frustrated about there's nothing that we can do. There's just so much stuff that they get frustrated about, and that's what I hate about my job. I love so many things about my job, but that's the one thing I hate, is the fact that people feel frustrated a lot of times when they leave the ER.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. My behind the curtain is that we do not get sick days.
That is very true.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I mean, the very first glimpse into this I had was, I mean, sure, as a medical student being pregnant and whatever, fine. But as a resident, a PGY1 resident, as an intern, one night, my attending and my chief were operating all night long. I was the intern in the ER seeing all kinds of consults. I had 103 fever, and it was like, there's nowhere to go. I have to keep seeing patients, and so I literally wore a mask and continued to see patients, and there was no reprieve from that.
Yeah.
And that was my first glimpse into like, oh, okay, so there's no coming out of that. Yeah. There's nowhere you can call in. And so this week I have had really bad, I hope it's just muscle strain, I don't know, but I've had real bad back pain, and it's irritating beyond irritating, but on call it super duper got exacerbated, and I could barely stand. When I was getting up to put my shoes on to go down to a trauma, I couldn't put my shoes on. I had to like finagle them with my feet. And yet here I walk down to the trauma bay to go take care of someone, and here I go to the operating room to operate in an incredibly intense environment, and like that is so not okay. Yeah. And there's no other job really on earth that you cannot call out, tap out. Now, I have a backup, yes. If something like true, if I was like, if I had a stroke. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, truly, if I had an MI or a stroke, that's probably about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have like been super nauseous, almost vomiting, like all those things through operations. But it is really tough.
Yeah. Every single ER doc has worked sick at some point. I've known ER docs who have worked while dealing with a kidney stone.
Yeah.
I've known ER docs who are pregnant with multiple episodes of vomiting with an IV in their arm.
There are all kinds.
Going and seeing a patient, coming back vomiting, getting an IV back, and then going and seeing another patient.
Keeping going.
Yeah, I mean it's
and
it's
you know
crazy.
Why we do it? Well, we do it because there's this really old standing thing of continuing on and all that. But honestly, I think the other massive part of it is that we're trying to protect our own. Yeah. We're trying to protect our backup. We're trying to protect our colleagues from having to come in on their day off because they are. I mean, think about if I would have called my backup, that person would have had. Now, if I have multiple gunshot wound patients, I will call them in a heartbeat because that's for patient care.
Yes.
But if I'm calling them in for me, now I have just really thrown a kink in their nighttime of sleep that they had where they're already exhausted and their whole next day. Yeah. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Just like your colleagues don't want to call out so that someone else has to come fill in for them.
Yeah.
So we're protecting each other, but man, it's tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's our coffee walk. We're back.
That's all.
We're back. Well.
Whew, that was a wild ride.
It was a wild ride.
It's always
I'm glad
a wild
we
ride.
did it though. I'm always at the end of the coffee walk. I'm always glad that we did the coffee walk. Sometimes it's like, do we have to today? But I'm always feel better after we have.
It's like a workout in that way.
So what?
It's like a workout.
It is like a workout. That's very true.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good sore tomorrow. All right. Let's wrap it up for us. Remind us what we're talking about on the coffee walk this week.
So on your coffee walk this week, you're going to talk about what is on your mind, current events, maybe about interstellar comets, maybe about BravoCon. You're going to do some venting. Everybody loves a vent sesh. And then you're going to pull back the curtain.
Yep. So Make sure you follow us on whatever platform you get your podcast.
Give us a follow.
Yeah, give us a follow. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch us on YouTube. We're pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
We're more muted today, but usually we're pretty animated.
Yeah.
And then find us on the socials too.
On the socials.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok. We put a lot of content out there as well. So we will see you next week for another episode of Coffee Walk MD, your cure for boring conversation.
Bye.